Hello everybody, I am Jedi Jack Penguin and welcome to my very first review for the LEGO DreamZzz theme. Today we're going to be looking at set number 71454, Mateo and Z-Blob the Robot. This set includes 237 pieces, retails for $19.99 when it releases on August 1st of 2023. It's been a long time since we've had an original LEGO theme that doesn't really involve technology. I mean, other than I guess watching the TV show, which I've actually already watched the first 10 episodes of that are on Netflix. I don't know when the next half of the season comes out, unless that was just the entire. I mean, it's hard to say, as some of the sets in this wave do show some things that we haven't actually seen yet in the first few episodes of the TV show, but taking a look at something that does actually appear within the first season, we have Z-Blob Robot and Mateo riding right up on top of him, his own creation. I think this theme has great potential if people come out and buy the sets. I just think they're weird enough, and you know, again, the lack of a technology aspect like we saw with video and hidden side and all of that other stuff, I think that this theme really has great potential to sell. Get your logo from the top. Again, just saying that you should watch the series to understand some of what's actually happening here, though if you don't watch the series, still I think there are really cool sets and models in here that kids are really gonna have fun with. I also especially like how LEGO is advertising that you can take this apart and just recreate it into like whatever you want. You have alternate builds. But anyways, let's open this up. Push tabs again. Opening up the box, you get a total of 3 numbered bags in addition to your sticker sheet and instruction manual. Looking at the sticker sheet, just like LEGO Hidden Side, it looks like LEGO's giving some extra stickers just to apply wherever the heck you want on the model. I think that's interesting. And then of course you get the ones that go on the actual build. Instructions are particularly interesting. LEGO, do more of this with your other sets from other themes, like make these drawings. I think this is so cool and could potentially make instructions interesting again if they could just do this, because I mean, I love this. This is amazing. Do more of this, please. Spinning to the back, you get your win guy. Piece count for 2 pages. Leading right along to some advertisements, Rebuild the World, for LEGO DreamZzz itself, the website, or I guess to watch the show. I don't know what that'll take you to. And then of course, advertisements for all the other sets in this wave. You guys can expect reviews for the bunny, as well as the Pegasus horse. I would like to get this at some point, or maybe even that set. I mean, lots of these sets I think are really good. Really, the only crappy ones in the wave, probably this one, even though you do happen to get a main character in there technically, who doesn't actually appear in any other format yet. We'll have to wait and see what happens in 2024, as this theme is expected to continue. Again, this art, so amazing. I really wish that they could do more stuff like that with the instructions. Makes it so much more interesting, and also just like the coloring in here and having it in between the pages and such. That is just so cool. To begin our minifigure selection, we have Jayden, who you'll also see appear within the Crocodile Car and the Dream Village set, and a regular old citizen who's been captured in the dream world. We get a brand new torso print with those unicorns, that purple and lavender color scheme for his outfit, for his pajamas, I think is really hilarious. You see the unicorns continue from the back side as well. Double-sided facial expression with those stretchy braces. From the other side, you'll see his snoring face, which is equally as hilarious. And we also get the Ron Weasley bowl cut hairpiece recolored in black, which we saw introduced in 2010. And for our Dream Chaser, we have Mateo, one of the main characters of this show. We get 2 accessories, one of which being this pencil staff, which I think is so creative how they were able to make that. Just the color scheme I think works very well, and you get the eraser from the back end, and you also get the sharp silvery lead pencil tip from the top there. I just think they did a really nice job. And as for the other one, we happen to get his hourglass, or at least I'm pretty sure this is supposed to represent his. If it's supposed to represent the broken one, I would think that we'd have more of like a broken print from the very top of it. All of the hourglasses across all the sets seem to have the same exact print and just the same exact mold, which is brand new for 2023 with the gold inside instead of the tan. But anyways, looking at the rest of Mateo's character, I am in love with the design of his character. We get dual molded legs there with printing. You get the belt piece, which was introduced in the LEGO Batman movie, but in green, which is a brand new recolor. You also see that little hourglass logo from the front of his outfit, again just for the Dream Chaser characters. You'll see that print continue from the back side. Double-sided facial expression, which we get a smirk from the front, and then another big grin from the other side. And now the best part, I think, of his character. Get a brand new hairpiece, which is great, and even get printing on it, but still, this brings to mind, this piece exists this year, 2023, we got Lee Jordan, and where is this hairpiece on his minifigure? That is really my biggest question there. But anyways, great to see brand new hairpiece, even with printing, and just to see how LEGO went all out with the design of this character. I'm just really happy that he looks accurate to the show. I should also note that this particular version only comes in one other set, that being the Grim Keeper one. Otherwise, you'll see him appear without this build piece, or with the full ensemble with the cape within a few other sets. Now initially when building this set, you build up the Z-Blob and you also build up the little nightmare creature, but towards the end of the instructions, they give you a choice to build either the giant gun weapon accessory as you see built here, or a jetpack with a little helmet for Z-Blob, which I think is really cool. They give you those two different options. Of course, we're going to look at both of them. We're going to start off with this one, which we get that giant gun accessory, which fits very nice and easily within Z-Blob's hand. You get that Technic pin connection that goes right into the Technic pin hole. And then you can easily just bring the fingers in to hold on to the gun there, and works like a charm. As a whole, you get a range finder sort of thing from the top. You get the sort of juice of Z-Blob inside this little container, and when that one runs out, you can put in another one. You get two of them. I also have to point out these little builds, which I'm not exactly sure what they're supposed to be. They don't really mention what these are supposed to be on LEGO's website. Maybe it's just supposed to go down there as well, though actually we don't get the Technic axle from the bottom of that 2x2, so I mean, I don't know what they're for. But we do happen to get this giant blast that's coming out of the top of the gun, which I believe this is brand new and exclusive for this particular set, at least at the moment. We get a little target in which you're supposed to pretend to shoot at the target there, which I think is a really cute build for the flag. You get the target on one side, and then you have a little decoration which will make more sense with the next build. And it also stands very easily by itself there. Now for the other special build for this particular section, from the back side you have this little sort of stud gun cannon thing, or actually tile shooter from the top. If you don't know how these work, press down. And it goes out into the distance, never to be found again. You happen to get two extras in case you lose them. Another really cool thing about this is the fact that you get this studded area in order to either sit or stand your minifigure of Mateo on the top of Z-Blob. And if that wasn't enough, you happen to get a lot of posability as far as just being able to move it around using that ball joint connection. And you also happen to get extra posability if you want to even bring it down that far. You get that different type of clip piece connection just to adjust that particular area. Before we add on his jetpack, I did want to take a look at the Z-Blob robot himself. Now, unlike other versions of Z-Blob that you'll see in other sets, we don't happen to get the little guy body. I'm not sure if I got any of that within any of the sets, but I'll show a picture up on screen now, just so then you know what I'm talking about. You get the little body with the head, and also the little cover-up slime piece that was introduced in LEGO Video. This particular set happens to include an exclusive print for this dome piece, or at least I'm pretty sure it's exclusive to this set. You get some stickers from the front of the body on those slope pieces. You get the little blob and sleep. And again, that little symbol to represent the dream chasers, which you're going to see on a lot of the different creations made by our dream chaser characters, because this is technically coming right out of Mateo's imagination in the dream world. So it's really cool, and also just this character existing within the real world itself, which we have yet to actually get any sets to represent. Maybe we'll see that next year in 2024. We'll have to wait and see. Get some posability in the arms. You can move them up and down and back and forth and such. You also get some posability there because we get one of these little curved joints in the translucent green, which I believe is a brand new recolor for the set as well. You'll see that for both the arms and the legs. You may also remember that piece from the Basilisk in Harry Potter, so that's pretty cool. You can also move the arms. Again, the posability here is just really great. And you get the clip piece connection for the little fingers, and again those Technic pinholes in order to add accessories. For the other arm, same build up, again with the posability and such. And I also wanted to point out this particular piece, which was introduced in the LEGO Ninjago theme for the core sets. Moving down the body, you can move it side to side with another Technic connection leading down to the bottom legs, which get that same connection that you saw for the arms, allowing you to go back and forth and up and down as you please, and that extra posability there with this section, and also just with the feet with that ball joint. I think LEGO really did a great job with the posability for this guy. I mean, you can really just like pose him any way you want, any action pose, and you get enough accessories just to make him cool. Taking apart all those accessories we just looked at with the Z-Blob, we happen to get some extra pieces that we can dump in there to create the alternate accessories. Building up the alternate set of accessories, you're still going to end up with some extra pieces. Whether or not you build this one or the first one that I showed, you'll end up with extra pieces. That I find particularly annoying, especially for kids who may just throw those extra parts into their bulk bin and then they're lost forever. But looking at the alternate accessories on Z-Blob now, we get more of those tile shooters over here, which I already showed off how those work. You just put those on the studs from the side of the arm cover up. But probably my favorite part of this alternate build has to be for the helmet, which I think looks super cool. I don't know, it just looks really interesting, and also the way that they attach it with the clip piece connection there. Yikes, things are really falling apart today, and I guess that does go to show that one stud may not be enough connection for this, especially when the helmet is involved, because that might just rip his entire head off. But anyways, clip piece connection right there with the bar connection works to great effect. I also really like the little antennae, and also just all the translucent green on this thing I think makes it look really cool. And lastly, from the very back, attached using some studs, building on the side just like the last accessory we saw from the back of him, we have this jetpack, which also utilizes this giant sort of flame piece in the translucent green, which is brand new for this set. And again, we get that flag, which we get the sticker with the target, which we saw for the target for the gun from the last build. But from the other side, we get a little flag just saying Dream Slime, I think, instead of Dream Chasers. As a whole, I definitely prefer the other set of accessories over this one, just because this one obscures the face of your character, though still I think the helmet turned out really nice, and I do like that they still continue to give you the shooters on this build. LEGO loves their stud shooters, and kids probably do too. And to finish us off, we have our nightmare creature of the set. We get these 1x1 circular prints for the eyes, which you'll also see appear in a few other sets in this wave. Clip piece connection for the little legs, and also for this sort of like back part that's trying to keep this kid from getting out of his nightmare, which I think is really cool that they include that. Whole objective here is we have Z-Blob coming in with Mateo to help this guy from the dream creature. And I should also say that we get some jumper plates here for the bed, so if you just want to have the dream creature by himself, that's what he looks like, all by himself without any bed or kid to terrorize. So overall, for $20, you get one of your main characters, you get a citizen, and you get this version of the Z-Blob, which doesn't come in any other sets. It's just a big robot for the Blob guy to fill. You'll see the actual Blob version of him, the minifigure-esque version, in a few other sets within the wave. I do really like how you can make different accessories, how there are two different options as far as you can give him a jetpack with a helmet, or you can give him this giant gun for target practice. I think that's really cool how LEGO's trying to dive more into creativity with this particular theme. I'm interested to see how long it will last, but anyways, leave your thoughts down in the comment section below what your thoughts are on this set. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that bell icon so every time I upload a new video. So yeah, that's it for now, and I will see you next time. Bye!